What's good, people, and welcome to the sixth episode of Europe FC. Apologies, last week's show has been cancelled for personal reasons, but we're here today with the whole gang joining tonight as well, representing the main European leagues. Before we kick it off, I would like to remind you that this show is brought to you by FanFest Live, so give them a follow as well. And also our sponsor, Vieille Vintage Shop, giving away a magnificent vintage football item today. So do not hesitate to jump on the stream as well and share your football opinions with us. And without further ado, we have a big comeback from our La Liga representative,
What up,
Mr.
guys?
Victor. How you doing, my friend?
Great, buddy. How you doing, Stu? How's it going? New
Yeah, not too
setup
bad.
and
Not too
everything.
bad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now I'm
Nice.
back. I'm back. And what about so Alessandro? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Ciao,
Yeah.
Ale.
Ciao, ciao. I
So
just
are you still shaking about Giroud getting subbed off because of a suspected injury during the France friendly game as well?
nah. It's all right.
And you
Uh,
were scared when I texted you. I'm not gonna lie, you were like a bit shaky, innit?
it's because Okafor, who we signed from Salzburg, everyone thought he was going to be the number 9 backup, but he's come to be Leao's backup. So we signed
Mm.
Jovic on like the last half an hour of the transfer window for I think it was quite cheap off Fiorentina to be
We'll
Giroud's
see.
backup. He's barely trained with us because it was international break, and he's going to have to start in the derby. So that's the only worry for me.
But are you happy with Giroud at AC Milan though?
I'm happy with him, but he's at the age where uh, he already had that niggle at Milan because there was the first couple of games he was already going down and going having them faces and stuff. So I don't know why Deschamps decided to start him. I don't know why he's
Bro,
starting for France.
I'm always getting roasted even in my own country because I've never been a massive fan of Giroud, mate. I know he has the numbers. I know he has the numbers, and his longevity is
And the
unreal.
skills.
But bro, like it's a boring striker, isn't it? Like I don't know.
It's
His positioning is good, but
funnier than Jovic.
no, he's missing a lot of chances as well. He's a bit clumsy. I don't know. I'm not convinced by. I've never been convinced by Giroud, mate. Never.
I like Giroud, and I liked him more than Jovic because we got Jovic for 3 years here in Madrid, and he did nothing. Maybe some 20 minutes,
Jovic,
maybe a couple of
Jovic
goals.
was literally, I think, like the 6th or 7th choice. So on that final 8 hours, it was Taremi was the day before. Taremi was all done. Then apparently Milan were talking to the wrong agents all along. So the commissions and stuff that the agents wanted wasn't what
Yeah.
Milan agreed. So that went off. Then we tried to get he's a striker at Sevilla, but I can't remember his name. Then we went for El Naziri, but he didn't want to go on a loan plus obligation. He wanted to go straight away, and then we ended up with Jovic.
But trust me, and Nesiri is not even a good option. No worries.
So we have tonight our Premier League English football representative, Mister the one and only Cass, Man United fan, massive Man United fan. How you doing, my friend?
Yeah. Let's put it that way.
What's going on? The end of the game against Arsenal, man. That was a madness.
It's not the only thing, is it? It's not the only thing.
That was
It's been
that
long.
was crazy.
Man United.
I want to say you guys have been unlucky as well. To be fair.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree. It's just this is football, man. It is what it is. Like they had to beat us when we had Johnny Evans and Harry Maguire on the pitch.
Yeah.
What can you do? What can you do?
Yeah, right.
They won at the end of the day. They regardless, they done the job at the end. So
what we're checking the standing right now, and I think you guys are
11th.
what? No,
Where is
11th.
United?
Yeah.
But it's match day 4. It's match day 4. It's all right.
I tip for tap,
It's
man.
not too bad.
Garnacho's goal. If that wasn't tipped offside, then we would have been 3 points better.
I think it's not really shocking. I think the shocking part of the Premier League standing is Chelsea 12, mate. Chelsea 12 is
shocking.
madness.
Yeah. I don't
Wow.
mind. I'm in belief of my team. See Brighton when they come to Old Trafford, we're gonna slap them anyways. And that's
I
even
don't think you did too bad.
Ooh, be careful to Brighton, mate. Be careful. They're tricky.
especially with no Evan Ferguson with his dodgy knee now. So they already got his Danny Welbeck for me and a João Pedro. I don't really care. I got Amrabat and I've got a more fit Hoyland. I am over the moon. I'm pretty certain.
Amrabat, trust me, Amrabat is a great signing, bro. I would have loved to have him at PSG. To be fair, he's a reliable player. He's physically he's strong. I think you're gonna love it. He will be a great fit for Man United.
I definitely agree. I think I wanted him in January. I wanted him as soon as I only come across him first at the World Cup, and then after that. I'll start watching Fiorentina a little bit because
apologies, sorry to interrupt, but talking about Amrabat, our thoughts and prayers are with people affected in Morocco with everything that's happening. So big up to them. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man. I've been watching some Fiorentina games, especially the one against Inter Milan. I know he lost, but he went into 2 finals and he was easily one of their better players. Against Declan Rice, he bossed him and that whole midfield, but he lost Inter Milan in the final of theirs. They lost. I even against Juventus, go look at Fiorentina versus Juventus. He bossed it. I watched him versus Sassuolo, bossed it. The Serie A is definitely it's got so many gems in there. I know. So many gems, and I think the youngsters are getting a little bit better as well. So I think it's good signs for Serie A in the future. But it's I can't believe these players are this cheap. 2 million plus the 8 million loan fee.
What I would say
when you go to the right,
it's not surprising.
Yeah,
for me, it's not a cheap price. It's a normal price. The strange things are the prices right now on the market because of the Saudis and the rise of the market in the last years. That's the strange case because maybe 5 years ago a player like Amrabat after the World Cup would be paying around 30 millions. In the last World Cups. But now the market is so high that 25 million seems to be just too little for a player
I really like when a Real Madrid fan is talking about money, mate. That is
I'm just saying the market is the market. I'm not saying we're not spending, but and luckily for me, the last days I was watching, the plus and minus where you see how much money you have spent in players and how much money you have by selling players. And we are not over 1,000 million.
Victor, I've seen a video of your brand new stadium. How much did you spend for this renovation, mate?
But obviously, this is an investment, man. This stadium would give us 100 million
every
year.
About money, bro. You spend on players, you spend on renovation, you spend on stadium.
We made investments. We need to make investment because we are a club. We are not a company. We don't have owners. We don't have owners.
I'm not gonna lie. When I watched that video of the pitch, like changing the pitch like this,
nice, huh? Nice.
There's one fact in here. There's one fact on this show right now.
Yeah, obviously, because
the one who's there is the Liga is the worst league at the moment. Crap. Can't even watch it no more. Garbage.
I don't know.
Can't watch Sociedad no more. Can't watch Sevilla no more. Can't watch Valencia, my own home team. Can't even watch them
Sevilla
no more.
But Sevilla is still champion of Europe.
Garbage, bro.
Yeah,
West Ham are champions of Europe too. How about that? Then?
But if you're not watching La Liga, how you know it's crap?
Because I can't.
That's the funny thing.
I like to watch. The only team I do like watching is Real Betis these days.
We had a debate last week, Victor, when you were not attending, and we were saying that the ranking, like the Serie A, Italian Serie A, should be the second best league in the world and not La Liga because it's. For the past few years, man, it's not as competitive as it used to be. Serie A is way more competitive than La Liga, mate.
We're not as competitive as the previous year, but I still got the European champions every year. We still have players and teams in the semifinals in the Champions League and the UEFA and conference in all European championships. So
You're champions.
You know, I can recognize that the level of La Liga has gotten down in the last years, really
Decreased. He has
extremely decreased a lot.
considerably, yeah.
But even like that,
Your champions got knocked out by
Well,
Manchester United in Europa League.
we got Sevilla last year.
Your champions got beat by us last year, man. That's shocking.
Yeah.
Bro.
Sevilla beat over the other champions, man,
Aye.
and get UEFA, and we were in the semi-final.
I'm just
with
saying,
Real Madrid.
man,
So
say, but your champions, man, is weird. The champions of your league, your own rivals, man. They got levers.
Talking about La Liga, and we have an
I don't
Englishman
know. I don't
on the
know.
show, and you need to tell us about Bellingham. He's smashing it, isn't it?
Man,
Bellingham is doing well. Huh? I'm not
Five
gonna
goals
lie. I was not
already.
expecting him
VAR
to.
Madrid, VAR
adapt
Madrid, man.
that quick.
That's your new name. VAR Madrid.
I was at VAR Madrid.
VAR Madrid.
That's funny. Let me know how about that and what's about that.
So many decisions.
Because I saw the matches and I saw two penalties for us against Getafe that were not signed by the referee. I saw so many things. So if you say VAR Real Madrid,
no, Vardrid, Real Vardrid. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah,
Real
this
Madrid.
dodgy decisions. Results.
I've heard that too many years ago from FC Barcelona fans.
Dodgy decisions.
We've been hearing that about Barcelona fans for so many years, and we were not paying the referees, and they were paying the referees.
Your referees been talking to the Premier League team too much. They've been your La Liga has been talking to the Premier League. Used to be actually quite decent.
I like that.
If you think so, go ahead. I don't know,
guys. I think that's a great transition because we need to talk about the Champions League draw. We're going to talk about the leagues in a minute, but the Champions League draw, man. I'm sorry to say, but me and Alessandro, we have a beef. We have a beef. We are in a group of death. I don't know about you, Cas, but objectively, which group do you think is the group of death?
Where's United?
We're in Group A.
Which group?
Barcelona
with Bayern Munich.
Bayern Munich.
It's not a bad group. I like my group, to be
Bayern
fair.
Munich, Copenhagen, and Galatasaray.
It's not so crap, Like I don't think it's the worst group in there. The worst group in there is easily Arsenal's one. Like what's going on there? The group
that looks like Europa League.
You know what? Yeah, the group I'm very interested in watching is 100% Barcelona's group because I like Shakhtar's. They always got a few ballers in there, etc. But the group of death is definitely
group of death. Yeah, group.
Nicest group is your one.
Real Madrid's got quite a tough group. Napoli, Braga underrated.
Yeah,
Union Berlin are definitely, I would say, underrated as well. But it's got to be your.
Why
group.
Underrated? They are the second in Bundesliga, so they are not underrated.
You
know how hard they would be, but in any case. It's mandatory for us to go through, and even if we can't get out,
they don't care about the group stage. Last time they lost against Sheriff. Do you remember when they lost against Sheriff?
We lost against Sheriff. I was in the stadium. Historical day. Historical day. I was at the stadium. We lost against Sheriff on their debut in Champions League. Yeah, it was so nice. They were like 20 guys. Look, they were like 20 guys shouting Sheriff at the entrance of the stadium. We were making love of them. And then after the match, we were with them drinking beers and having fun with them because they were partying their only win in the history of the Champions League for them. It was amazing, man. Amazing.
Yeah, humble.
But remember, Real Madrid in the Champions League is never magnificent in the group stage, but it's after the group stage that they start the engine, and then
I've never seen a Real Madrid doing a great group. Never with 6 victories or something like that, like Bayern Munich or PSG or groups like that or FC. Those clubs, for example, FC Barcelona, they should get 18 points this year. For me, there's no rival. Porto, Shakhtar, and the other one, Royal Antwerp. So, man, they need to beat all of them. And for us, I think the same for Real Madrid, but we can also lose and we can be kicked out by them. Because as you said, Union Berlin is maybe underrated because they don't think they could be dangerous, but then they have been second in Bundesliga, so they are a great team. Napoli is always dangerous, for sure, even if we always beat them in the Champions League. But, everything can be out of that group. But for me, Group F is the nicest one.
Well, I want to say
you got to see all the matches.
I'm just saying this.
Go on.
See, AC Milan, you're finished. Well, I hope you batter them, but you're not. I don't. You're going bottom. You're fourth.
No, no.
So you think Newcastle's gonna do
No, I'm
better
joking, I'm
than
joking.
AC
I was
Milan?
wondering if Alex is gonna say something, but he didn't.
Nah, but to be honest,
He's having nightmares about this group, bro.
to be honest,
He's having
I
nightmares about
literally
this
said
group.
when we went over it the week before, and I said the only team I didn't want to face is Newcastle, and we got Newcastle. And we got Newcastle.
Ale, Newcastle has no experience in Europe, and usually, British teams in Europe, they don't do really well.
The way the match days have gone is actually kind of the way I every single one of them for me is a perfect away day to go to. That's what I
was about to say, bro. The group stage, I'm not really paying attention to the competition between the clubs. I'm just looking at the best away days possible, like the best stadiums, the best atmosphere. The ones that are really hot.
Yeah, you got St James's Park, you got San Siro, and then obviously you got Borussia Dortmund's stadium at Signal Iduna Park, and then obviously it's a good.
Talk to me about
St James's Park. Right now is the Saudi
Wait.
national team stadium.
Yeah, but what about St James's Park, As?
Yeah, no, it's a cauldron. Like Atletico Madrid. See Atletico. We call that a cauldron. St James's Park is like that as well. The way it goes up, they got a stand that goes steep. Like it's quite steep, right? And I know Tottenham's got it now.
You mean Vicente Calderón, not the stadium of right now of Atletico de Madrid, right?
No,
the previous stadium.
The previous one. The new one, obviously, it takes a while to get into it and build up the stadium for itself. But Newcastle,
not the same atmosphere.
When the noise comes in and they make a lot of noise, the Geordies, you can good luck to the away fans. That's all I'm gonna say, because this is their first season back in the Champions League after 20 years, over 20 years. Yeah. It's gonna be loud, and they don't care, and they won't care if they lose. This is what I'm saying. They won't care. They just want to participate. And when a team wants to just participate and have fun, it's dangerous.
Yeah,
so they might get these shock results and stuff like this. Newcastle are going to be a very.
Well, we're going up north with a few boys. We're going up north to Newcastle from London. I think it's a 4 hours train or something like that. There's quite a lot of PSG fans that will travel to Newcastle for the occasion as well. And I think all those 3 away days, AC Milan, Borussia, and Newcastle. I think it's a great group from a fan perspective, but the competition is tough, man. You will tell us about Newcastle. Do you think Newcastle can do something from an English fan perspective? Do you think there's a little bit of a hype around Newcastle because they had a great Premier League season last season, but in Europe, man, it's been too long for them, no?
I think in the Premier League, there's more pressure because they're expected to go again and do things. So that's why I don't think they do so well in the league this year as they did last year. But in the Champions League, they got nothing to lose, and you got people that are going to be very excited. Players, not people, players.
But I could say the same for Arsenal then. Arsenal, they have nothing to lose either.
They'll be definitely geared up for it. But so you could say the same thing for them. But if we're talking just strictly on Newcastle, nothing to lose. They got no pressure on them. It doesn't matter if they get round of 16 quarterfinals or even knocked out the groups. Yeah. They're happy to be a part of the big boys again. So that's an underrated value maybe to go. You know what? If I'm going to be totally honest, I think Borussia Dortmund finished dead bottom.
Yeah, I don't think that they're very good. I watched them I've watched their first
couple
of games this season. And they just look naff.
They look compared to Milan. Milan, you had a very good start. You dispatched I watched it. Torino. You dispatched Torino. I think it was 4-0, 4-1, and then you beat Roma and stuff like that. Your team's looking better already. You and Inter Milan had a really good start. So
we just got a tough schedule.
Yeah, I think Milan go through the group. But what did I tell you about PSG, by the way, the other week? I told you got a team, you got a squad. Yeah. Look how you dealt with Lyon and went easy on them. The squad is looking.
I don't think Lyon is a good example because Lyon, I don't know if you saw, but the gaffer resigned. His name is Laurent Blanc. Yeah.
That's because of you. Bottom of the league. You guys, you make work of life look on them. It was like 4-0 in the
The fans, they whistled him, they booed him as well. Like
as well. I think you went. Anyways, man. It
was a joy to watch, mate. It was a proper joy to watch because there was a proper style of play. We were not, gorgeous to watch, but at least we had something. It was smooth. Positioning was perfect. Like it was it was really encouraging, to be fair. I'm not gonna get over excited. Obviously, it's the beginning of the season. but comparing to last season, I think it's looking
You got an
way
awesome
better.
coach.
And we managed to sign Colomwani at the very last minute as well. So now we have the French boys up front. And remember, we had the conversation, Cass, last time. You said if you sign Colomwani and you have Dembele and Kylian is staying, it's going to look threatening.
Yeah,
And I think
at the start of the season, you could tell without all the signings as well. He was a bit bland. You know, everyone's trying to get their feet together. Monaco's having a decent start as well.
You think Colomwani is gonna play over Gonzalo Ramos?
Yeah, he will. 100%.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. That's an interesting question, Victor.
Right in any case,
he's on loan. He's on loan. He's not. We did not buy the player, so that will be weird because he's on loan just for 1 year. And if we don't play him this season because Colomwani will start, then why are we loaning him? You know what I mean?
Options. That's the different options. Colomwani, right or center. Gonzalo could play as well. Anyways,
and we all know that
if you want to
go far in the Champions League, you need a good bench as well. So
and you got an awesome gaffer this year. I told you at the beginning of the season, Luis Enrique is a fucking great coach. I told you. So you gotta find your style in the next weeks. You'll see it. And you got a great bench with Asensio, with Canning Lee, with Gonzalo. So things.
You know what's really annoying about this goals right now, sir?
I think PSG's most annoying part is trying to get the ball off the. If you see what Lyon tried to do, even Lorient at the start of the season, it was the first game, and I think you drew like 0-0 or 1-1, and then you played another game which you won before Lyon, I think. Did you see the defense?
Yes, we did.
They play around the back and transition to midfield. This is where I think this is going to be kind of annoying for Champions League. Champions League is slower, right? Just a little bit slower compared to the Premier League. So I'm going to judge it off this. And obviously, it's way faster than Ligue 1.
Yeah.
I think the way he wants the style of play, it will work, but for how long? Because when it goes through the progression of the rounds, the slow build up. Eventually, you're gonna have to speed it up because Real Madrid will eat off of that. Just one mistake, Manchester City they'll eat off that.
And Real Madrid are used to the Luis Enrique style of play as well. So
and dare I say,
they know how it works, If
Arsenal go back to their form of last season and play electric, the slow build up. I know it's only first season under your manager currently for Luis Enrique, but I think even a team like Arsenal would provide some sort of. There'll be a big threat. So I just think that's the only thing I'd say you need to speed up. But individual quality wise.
So guys, group of death, you'd say PSG will finish top. Then second will be what? AC Milan.
For
third will be Newcastle United, and fourth will be Borussia Dortmund.
I think so.
The point of Milan is they got a really bunch of competitive players that have been playing around Europe for a whole bunch of years, and those players they know how to play in Europe, they know what they're playing for, and they are AC Milan, they know the badge they have on their shirt, so this is really making the difference in Europe,
In Europe, yes, it's a different ball game. Agreed, but. Okay, let's carry on with the predictions. You said Barcelona, Cass. You said Barcelona group will be a tough one. So you think Barcelona will have? No, sorry. You said Barcelona will have to smash.
I like what they got going. Porto's got some decent youngsters. I want to see come through this season.
Barcelona.
Barcelona. I've got that wicked new young player. I think he's
Lamin Yamal.
Yes. Shakhtar. Every season they bring a couple gems. When they got such a good
16 years old.
Yeah. Royal Antwerp. We focused on them. But my favorite group out of all of this is actually group. Pause first. Group D: Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg, and Sociedad. How can you underrate that? That group is. I think I'm going to be
Benfica in Europe is quality.
For me, there's not one rubbish team in that group that I could say, like a Copenhagen, RC Lens this season. I come on, I don't even want to hear them. They sold all their best players. Antwerp, Young Boys, or Red Star. That group is, I think, and also into groups. And even to be fair, even the Real Madrid group is going to, but interesting. But I like what I see with Benfica, Inter Milan, Salzburg. They all got good teams.
I'd say group
H because usually, in that group, Inter Milano has to be the first one, obviously, for me. And then
I remember Benfica. If you go off what we know from Benfica of last year and go look at previous seasons, they always, I don't know what it is when they get into
No matter what. No matter what. Benfica has young players and Inter Milano has players that has been around for a while.
Inter Milan, they lost Lukaku, but we saw how he played during the Champions League final. It was not really useful.
They replaced him well.
Skriniar joined PSG, but Skriniar towards the end of the season was no longer playing for Inter Milan. So they did not lose that many key players anyway. You know what I mean? So that's why we're expecting them to top the group as well, you know?
Last week they make 4 to Fiorentina. Still Lautaro.
Exactly.
You know, still really nice players.
And who was the best player at Benfica? Gonzalo Ramos?
No, he fell off. He fell off, man. For me, he fell off.
You have I forgot.
Nico Gonzalez. Nico Gonzalez and Di Maria. Nico Gonzalez and Di Maria in Benfica. But Inter Milan, they got still Barella. Barella is an awesome player, man.
They replaced Skriniar with Pavard.
Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah.
Çalhanoğlu doing well.
Pavard, the French guy.
Yeah, they replaced. He's decent.
Now,
he's
a fraud. He's a fraud.
In the back three, he'll work. He will work. He will work.
He's a copy of Lukaku.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
maybe a bit faster.
You know, for Benfica, they did not put Kokcu, the guy from Feyenoord.
Yeah.
Yeah, he settled in quite.
Oh, okay.
You know, like I think I don't really watch much of the Portuguese league if it's not Sporting Lisbon. That's just my favorite team there. But then I know.
We're looking at expanding the show with guys representing Portugal, because when you have a look at the UFA ranking, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be here. Because we're sixth anyway. We're not even top 4.
That's why you're the host.
Not me. Again, you should be a Portuguese guy or a Dutch guy as well, because they're doing better according to the UFA. They should be here. So also the German league is also, we're looking at someone to join for the German league as well.
Yeah, that would
even
be nice.
if it's Bayern Munich winning the Bundesliga, but the Germans are
man, the fan base in Germany is amazing.
This week is crazy though. On Friday you got Leverkusen versus Bayern Munich, so that's a good test. I think both teams are definitely blinded to the start of the season. And then you've got
Leverkusen. That Leverkusen is gonna be really nice to see. That Leverkusen.
Juventus Lazio,
and then
there's the Milan.
Let me have a look. Matches.
And then it's Inter Milan.
You have Inter against Milan. Juventus Lazio. Okay, that's it for the Serie A.
Fiorentina Atalanta.
You don't care.
That's Sunday as well. That's a good game.
Fiorentina Atalanta, yes, exactly. And then what else do we have for the? Do you have any big shock for the Premier League?
Nah, there isn't one.
I don't think there is. From Sheffield, West Ham Man City. When you
United Brighton, Ansu Fati making goals at Old Trafford.
That's the one.
I'm not scared of them.
Yes.
Wait, is this
obviously, you know, man. That's Brighton.
Well, Everton are bottom of the league as well, no? Almost, 18.
They're garbage. Burnley are Burnley. Yeah. It's not like
Luton Town. They did. Oh wow, three games, 3 losses. Jeez.
It's gonna be hard for them.
Madness in Liga, and then La Liga. What do we have for La Liga this weekend? We have
crap. Yes.
Atletico Valencia. Maybe.
We got Barcelona, Betis, and Real Madrid, Real Sociedad.
That's not actually that bad, you know.
Yeah, that's the one.
I'm not.
This one will be interesting.
Light work, but it's Barcelona.
You're gonna love a lot, maybe. But Granada, Girona, it's gonna be a nice match. Those 2 teams are playing really, really fun.
You're gonna find
Girona and Granada, they're playing really fun.
People are gonna watch Getafe Osasuna watch because of one man.
Obviously not, man. They're not even shot on the goal during the whole match. You know, they will bet maybe 1 shot on target during the whole 90 minutes. So I don't know who, but maybe 1 in the whole match is gonna be really boring. Getafe Osasuna.
Getafe there's gonna be a lot of people that like Mason Greenwood that are gonna watch them. They think he's gonna be the savior.
Let's see if he recovers the same level he had at United, but I don't think so, man. And you know, the game of Getafe is far away from Greenwood.
How was he welcomed in Spain, Mason Greenwood? Where the fans were like
Awesome,
fine with
man.
him.
There were thousands of people in the stadium, and as you know, as he has those polemics around him, around what's happening on his personal life, it's been also a little bit polemic when he arrived and they got that welcome at the stadium with all those people waiting for him. So, but we'll see. Hopefully he recovers the level and he's at the same level. He's going to be really a differential player for Getafe for sure, without no doubt.
No, I think he will. How old is he again? He's still very young, isn't it?
21, 22.
Yeah, that's the thing, I think he's a wasted talent. Unfortunately, with all the bollocks that happen out off the pitch, but
Getafe
from a football perspective, I think he has a great talent, and
he needs to get some confidence from the club, and I'm not sure he's having it, because Getafe also keeps an option to give him back to United in January. So,
Alessandro, we need to talk about something quickly. I just saw the news before the show. I'm French. We have a United fan. We have a United fan here as well. What happened with Pogba at Juve?
Apparently,
I heard about like he hasn't even played against Udinese, but he's got tested for testosterone or something like that. Yeah, that's mad. So they do this. Is that random testing at every game in?
Yeah,
in
they randomly pick a couple players, and it's like Pogba as a. And he just had an interview. He had an interview this afternoon saying he wants to prove people wrong after, because the allegations about his brother and all that witchcraft stuff and all that. So it was like, I just want to focus on playing. And then like an hour later, they suspended. It's happened before. Palomino, that plays for Atalanta, they suspended him for 4 months, but he didn't get cleared for a whole 4 months. So he was out for 4 months before they cleared him. So it could be the same for Pogba, but he doesn't even play anyway for.
But bro, let me tell you something. Pogba is finished for years now.
Saudi pending. He's pending to go Saudi next season.
I think so. Eventually.
Now with this, maybe he's not even going to Saudi.
Yeah, they don't like this in Saudi.
and in Italy, they're really severe with these things.
It took what was it? A testosterone shot or something?
Testosterone. Maybe he was in a party. He needs some energy. After the party.
Apparently, it's for like muscle boost or muscle recovery or something like that. Yeah,
I'll take him.
Juventus medic said
what?
You'll take him for United?
You'll take him back at Man United?
No. I said Saudi's gonna take him. He's a Muslim.
Okay.
He's a Muslim as well. You think he ain't gonna do none of that stuff over there? He'll be cheap as well. Cheap as
But if he gets sanctioned for 2 years or something like that, what is he gonna play with 38 years or 36? I don't know how old he is.
He's over. He's finished.
He's 30 years old. He's in He might be banned from Europe for like 4. He will come back. He'll go play some football, and they'll end up getting rid of him at the end of the year, anyways. And they go Saudi for free, I reckon.
Yeah, probably
for 5-10 million, something stupid.
But when you said I will take him, I was like, what's going on?
No.
Testosterone or Pogba?
No, I can't take Pogba ever back. The guy was amazing, but he's always injured.
No. To be fair, the Pogba with the French national team and the Pogba with you guys at United, it was a totally different
PSG,
player.
Man. Go to PSG. Go back home.
No, please. We're just starting to build something that looks like a proper football team. We don't need just a guy coming for the vibe. We had Neymar already, and he's the type of player like Neymar, in my opinion. But
he's not Brazilian. He's French. You know what I mean?
Pogba is over since he won the World Cup, man. He won the World Cup, and he's over. It's not going to be useful.
It's not going to. Maybe off the pitch in the dressing room with the experience and the pep talk and everything, he can motivate the youngsters and everything. But apart from that, on the pitch, is not going to be useful at all. I mean, he's too old now. It's over for him. It's over for him. Okay. What is it? 30 minutes left. Let me have a look quickly at the comments as well, because we've received some comments on Insta, but it's also simulcasted on YouTube. So we have this this Real, I assume he's a Real Madrid fan, with the name Madrid 101, saying, guys, keep calm. Real Madrid's going to win the Champions League as usual. That's what I don't like about those Real Madrid fans.
No.
I'm not saying that, as I told you.
They're too arrogant. They know the drill as well. That's why.
The real sentence is keep calm. Real Madrid will be there at the end, fighting for it. Maybe we don't want it, but we will fight for it till the end, as always.
Not for me. Not with Joselu up front. Not for me, man. Yeah, that's a gaping hole, and I can't I don't believe in your defense either. Your defense.
We're talking May.
Kepa in goal. Nah, not this. Next year.
He's a shaky keeper.
Kepa.
Is Mbappe leaving?
Kepa is worse than your goalkeeper.
He left. I can't believe it.
And United goalkeeper? You think Kepa is worse than United goalkeeper?
10 million, thousand.
Guys, I don't care about your goalkeepers. We have Donnarumma, and Alessandro is still crying about Donnarumma, but that's another topic.
Whoa.
Guys.
About Donnarumma. Did you see the goal we conceded against North Macedonia? That was all on him.
Okay, you good. I'm not saying Mignon is good, but Donnarumma is world class, bro.
Tomorrow, we're playing Italy are playing Ukraine at the San Siro, and all the tabloids are already saying that he's getting booed around the whole stadium because he's in Milan.
Imagine going to San Siro with PSG, they're going to smash him as well.
He's going to shit himself.
I know.
So bad. He's going to make a mistake or two. I can tell already.
I know. There will be too much pressure for him at San Siro in the Champions League. I know. No, my point was, Cass asked you a question, Victor, before we started to talk about something else. He asked you a question. He said, is Mbappe still at PSG?
Obviously, man, but just for this year.
I don't know, Victor. I don't know. For the
we
past
never know with him.
For the past
we never know with him.
The Real Madrid fans were like,
we've been talking about him for the last 5 or 6 seasons, man. 5 or 6 seasons already talking about him.
He's taking the piss out of you. It's too much now. It's going for too long. It's too much.
You should have went and got Harry Kane, man. You should have used some of that money when you was involved in it. You should have got Harry Kane this season. See if you got Harry Kane this year, and then obviously Jude Bellingham, etc. You got Vinicius, Rodrigo. I'd be like, you know what? Real Madrid are looking crazy. Like, you know what? He's not as great as Benzema. Don't get me wrong, but he's definitely the best next thing out there if you wanted to replace him.
Look, for me, Kane was the answer. Was the guy we should have taken this summer. But for what? You're investing 100 and 120 millions for a player with 30 years old that is going to play for a couple of years or 3 years here at Real Madrid? Or it's better to invest those millions in a player with 20 years old and they're waiting for Mbappe and maybe another striker like Osimhen or another one next year?
Osimhen, but I don't look at a Vinicius, Rodrigo,
for me,
I can think that's
Harry Kane. Look, Harry Kane was the best striker this summer, but was not a clever option to buy him for 120 millions. I'm sorry.
Don't you think
it's a clever option to get a player with 20 years old for 120 millions, but not a guy with 30 years old? For us, it's like that.
For you. But you know what, Harry? I would have signed Harry Kane at PSG all day, man. You know why? Because he's starving for trophies. We still has a lot to prove as well in terms of trophies. So this is the type of striker.
How old was Eden Hazard when you signed him? 29, 30? How old is he? Hazard?
27, 28, 27?
No, how long has he been at Madrid for now?
That's why we made mistakes and we learn about our mistakes. Because we're clever people, you know. You learn about your mistakes.
The difference is Harry Kane's that type of player. Like in the Premier League, he's probably got another good 4 years. In La Liga, he's probably got another good 6 years. That's the difference. He's got all the runners around him. You got Bellingham.
Gonna last in La Liga.
You got Bellingham, so there's an English thing there. At least he's got someone to talk to because I know he doesn't talk so well. Then
always we bought players from Premier League. Was too hard for them to get used to La Liga and to Real Madrid. Only
Modric,
few of them really. I said few of them were really successful on Real Madrid, but most of them were really crap at Real Madrid. And Hazard, you told right now, Hazard. Well, we learn about our mistakes. We're not investing 120 millions for a player with 30 years old. When we are the next year, we're expecting to have Mbappe at Real Madrid. Maybe we don't have it. But our president, he's saying he's going to have it.
Stop, Victor. Stop dreaming about Mbappe, bro.
No, we're not dreaming. It's already too much. It's already too much with him.
Where's Vinicius going to play? Because
our president thought it.
That's a very good question. If Mbappe joins, where is Vinicius going to play?
Vinicius is still playing on the left side. It's Mbappe who's going to play as a 9.
He doesn't want to.
Don't get out about it.
It's not good. That's not his best position at all.
It's enough good for us. No worries.
You know what?
You'll see it.
I thought Real Madrid were going to do this. I thought they would have got Harry Kane for the 100 million and got that over the line. And the
But
next,
man,
the
we
next
don't have an
season,
investor putting millions and millions for the club.
anyways, the next season after that, I thought you go get
Yes.
Mbappe for free. Then
Yes.
you've got a lineup of Mbappe on the right, Vinicius on the left, and Harry Kane who drops deep, and he can
Yes.
still play on the inside. You know,
Look
and I
here.
just thought that was going to be it. And you got Bellingham
Here
who
for a
goes to
while.
England.
Wait for a minute, okay?
Go on.
We don't have an investor to put so many millions. We decide our investment this year was Jude Bellingham, 120 millions. The club doesn't have the money to put another 120 millions for another player. I'm sorry, because we're putting it on a new stadium, which is a massive stadium, which is a massive investment. And then maybe in 5 years, when the stadium will be full time working, maybe we'll get 100 millions extra every year, and then maybe we'll have the money to get 2 players for 100 millions every year as Man United. But we can't. We need to sell people. You know, Real Madrid is not even in the 21st clubs in the last 10 years in plus minus sales and acquirements. So we don't have the money. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're always buying expensive players, but maybe one every
You're
year.
gonna make me cry, Victor. We don't have money. We're Real Madrid. We don't have money.
No, we
Please
have it.
give
We have
me
it.
Money.
Look,
Money, please.
Stu, we have it, but we know how hard it is to get it, and we
Exactly.
need to be conscious with
That's
the money.
my point.
That's our point. So we decided the investment was Jude Bellingham, which is
I think it was a good investment. For
Yeah.
now, it turns out that it was a good
And
investment.
then now we have to spend a year without a 9. We got Joselu, the Spanish national team 9. But I mean, it's kind of funny, but the
this
guy
one is
maybe
a bit
will make
tricky,
some
man.
goals. Okay, we'll see. We got still Jude Bellingham, still Vinicius, Rodrigo, and we got a huge midfield. We got Camavinga, Tchouaméni,
I don't know why,
Valverde.
but
The
I'm
pace
still
of that
always
team
afraid.
is amazing.
Always afraid of Real Madrid.
You know,
Always.
So,
You guys are scary in the Champions League. Always.
you know, during the whole summer, we've been talking about 9s for Real Madrid, the strikers for Real Madrid. You know, all the fans were giving their advices and their opinions about we need to get Harry Kane, we need to get Osimhen, we need to get Gonzalo Ramos. But the club
I'm sorry,
decided
Victor, but
differently.
you have to talk to Real Madrid fans. Tell them to stop every season when they buy the new kit. Tell them to stop putting on the back Mbaputa.
I saw it.
Or something like that. Stop.
You know,
doing this, man.
there's
Every
haters
year it's the same
everywhere.
thing.
Stu,
When he's gonna join, they will be like Mbappe.
for
Come on,
sure, for sure. This is
respect
football,
yourself.
man.
Respect yourself.
But
Don't
that's
do
the
that,
same in
man.
all
Come on, that
countries,
is
in all
ridiculous.
teams, man. There's haters everywhere. Those haters, after 10 goals of Mbappe in the club, they will be, as you said, you know, going on their knees in front of Mbappe for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
No doubt about it. But this has been
true.
happening the whole life with all the clubs and with all the players. You know, you got a player like Luis Figo playing for FC Barcelona, being the captain, being our most hated enemy. And then the next year, he was the idol after Bernabeu. That's football, you know. We'll be the same. And we'll still keep dreaming about Mbappe every year. And then he'll be like 90 years old, as you saw the video.
Alessandro, you have a similar situation with a player that, like Victor was mentioning, Luis Figo, that did Barcelona and Real Madrid. Did you have the case between either, for you, Cass, I guess it's a Liverpool player or Man City player that joined Man United and became a Man United legend? For you, Alessandro, I guess it would be Inter Milan, or who's the main rival after Inter Milan of AC Milan?
Juventus. But we've had a few that have come from Inter to Milan. We've had Seedorf, Pirlo,
Maldini.
You know, that's really useful in the Serie A. Those exchanges between Inter Milan, AC Milan, Juventus, also in Premier League between Chelsea, Liverpool, United, and all those guys.
They're not rivals.
Maybe not in the Mercy.
Chelsea,
not in the Mercy.
Liverpool are no rivals, mate.
The only player that you could say is Peter Schmeichel went to Man City because he wanted to stay in Manchester, and that didn't go down too well. And also Carlos Tevez. Other than that,
that's the one.
So, yeah, and Arsenal, if you could say Arsenal, because it's more of a London thing, right? But then everyone at the old rivalry, you could say, is Robin van Persie, you know, and Michael Sylvester, you know, and that's about it, really. No one's gone for Liverpool. Actually, someone did. Paul Ince, you know, he had to go to Inter Milan first, and then he went to Liverpool afterwards.
For us, it's really rare, you know, to see players from FC Barcelona coming to Madrid, or the opposite, you know, from Madrid going to Barcelona. You see so few of them.
Ronaldo, Figo.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
recent
not
years we
many.
heard
Not many.
Bonucci obviously come to.
Zlatan.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Zlatan is what someone said. Zlatan is the. Someone said in the comment. Someone said when I said Zlatan, someone said in the comment section, Zlatan is the least loyal football player in the world.
he's a
He
mercenary.
has no loyalty
He's
whatsoever.
a mercenary.
Zlatan is over loyalty.
He played for Cas's club. He played for Alessandro's club. He played for my club. It's only you who did not play for Real Madrid, but I could have played for Real Madrid.
We're sorry
he
about
played
it.
for
You know,
everyone.
it would be funny to have him. You know, at the club.
Yeah, he's a funny guy. I think he's a great player.
We all like him, you know. Even he
Um,
played for AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus. I'm sure you go to Italy, you ask the Juventus fans, Inter Milan or Milano fans, they all love Ibrahimovic. And you go to the Premier fans, and they all love Ibrahimovic. You know, so he's an awesome player, and he'll be always an historic player.
We like him over here in Manchester. We like him.
Look, just a quick one. Our sponsor Vieru interview guys today giving away this OG like 90s vintage. I'm sorry,
Nice.
I picked it up obviously because I'm hosting it. It's a PSG from the 90s. It's a beauty. They're giving it away. So guys, get involved in the comment section. We'll announce the winner after the show. And every week we'll have a different football vintage item. Obviously, we do the French League today. And next week we can do La Liga. The week after,
no. Next week you need to do Portuguese Championship. You need to do a Portuguese. Okay. It's over Liga, so you need to get something from them.
Yeah. No, you know what you need to get? It's the old school. You know the old school training jackets that Arteta and that used to wear, and Ronaldinho. You know the ones that used to be kind of baggy, the 90s style kind of ones. That's the one.
Okay, say no more. Say no more. I have it. Say no more. I exactly know the one that you. Yeah, I know exactly.
By the way,
that one.
Fun fact. You said right now, Ronaldinho. You saw the guy making his debut with the under-20 football team of South Africa, and reading the story about Ronaldinho going on party in 2007 in South Africa. The guy is a copy of Ronaldinho.
Well, when he was going clubbing.
Yeah.
Yeah, when but Ronaldinho is the same as okay, let me talk about him because he's leaving now going to Qatar. Verratti is the same as Ronaldinho. Neymar was the same. All those players, yeah, they are pure gems. As soon as they taste the Paris lifestyle, it's over, bro. The ladies, the clubs, the fame, the Paris Fashion Week, this and that. We are our own problems. It's us, just the city of Paris. That's it. If the club was located somewhere else, why is it not happening in Milan? I have a good question though, because Milan is a bit similar to Paris in terms
definitely
of
happens in Milan.
Food. Is it happening in Milan as well?
Ronaldinho came to Milan. Ronaldo came to Milan. Robinho, all of them types of players.
That happens everywhere except from the UK. That there's no sun.
Robinho, that naughty boy.
You know, that's happening in all the clubs and in all the countries because those guys they're full of money. They can go party everywhere every day with the best clubs, with the best girls. So it's in all clubs, man. We still remember here Cassano at Real Madrid.
Yay.
Is that the one you're talking about, bro?
That's one of them. That's one of them. That's the old school one. See them old ones, the old school ones. I see my dad. Yeah, my dad has a few different ones, and it's just like he won't let me wear none of them. I'm like, I could rock that. I could make it something, you know. Even the old school, like just old school jackets back in the 90s. Just the baggy touch of it all. Like I think it's sick.
Exactly. They are the great ones, man. I'm sorry, but I think you guys United are doing really well with relaunching new kits based on the old vintage ones as well. I think you have some people are saying Arsenal are having the best kits in the Premier League.
Not this season.
I'd say it's 50-50. It's 50-50 with
United. The green and white kit. Why is that?
The green one.
And white.
It's awful. Yeah, it's awful.
What's that?
Everyone knows PSG's got the best kits if you want to just walk them because they got Jordan. It's Jordan. And Arsenal do make some
you like the Jordan vibe.
Arsenal always do cool things.
Not big fans. We're not big fans of the Jordan collaboration, brother.
I love them. I love it.
Wait, talking about kids here, we need to give talking about kids, we need to give the word to Alessandro talking about the third kit of AC Milan and the jumper they got with blue and black.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Where's this?
Yes.
So we
yes.
got
AC Milan
Nerazzurri.
third kit is,
We got a
It's
training
fucking
kit.
crazy.
let me
we got a
check.
training kit that has
This season.
This
yeah,
one
it
is
has
a
blue.
madness.
It has blue strip here and black. It's a training
Ooh.
kit. It's the training
Put
kit.
the
Put
training kit.
Oh, this is nice. Hey,
Not this.
Hey,
Not
this
this. Put the
is-
jumper.
I
Put
like
the
this.
jumper.
That looks
What,
like that's
the-
gonna
the
make. That looks
jumper?
like if you was on acid, that's what you'll be seeing.
Yeah, the jogging and the jumper is Nerazzurri.
No, hands down. Yeah, let's see. I want to see this.
This one.
You know who I find won the kit for me is Fiorentina away kit. Fiorentina
Yes.
of this season is my favorite kit of the whole
Let me have
anyone.
a Fiorentina
Fiorentina's got the
away kit.
nicest.
2024.
Look this. Put the
Come on.
jogging, man.
This one.
Yeah. Nerazzurri. It's a different blue with black. Like
So
if they were Inter Milan.
that jacket there has blue on it and black, and the ultras weren't happy. They put it on their Insta socials. They're saying who's even accepted this, all this. They're not happy with it. They're like they're taking the piss now. All this. Apparently,
See?
some shops took the jackets out of the Milan store already because of it, but
Yeah.
fans not too happy.
Look at that white.
That's
kit, man.
the original fan never really keen on having funny experiences with football kits. Like we like staying true to tradition, kind of.
White FC Barcelona kit this year. You saw it? The white one.
The
FC
FC
Barcelona playing in
No.
white. Yeah, they're
No.
playing in white. Yeah. They tried a couple of
The
years
away
ago
or the
and they
third?
turned
The
the
third
white
kit?
into pearl. And now it's white. I don't know if it's the second kit even. I think it's the second one this year.
This one.
Oh,
No. It's a white one. That's a green
It's
one.
that one there, the middle
I'm
one.
gonna find it for you.
that looks like a toothpaste, man. What's going on?
Away kit then. Oh yes. Okay, go ahead.
You saw it? The
yeah,
first
yeah.
one on the left. Totally white.
Yeah, I think it's all right actually. You know.
Yeah, but you shouldn't
It's
be
not too
wearing the
bad.
same as your
You shouldn't
rivals'
be wearing
main
it,
colours.
right.
I don't agree with that.
It's just an away kit though. It's just an away kit.
But it's
That-
an away kit, it's
I
not a third
disagree
kit, it's
with
a
you
second
guys.
kit.
I
Yeah?
think
Yeah, but
home-
that's like me saying the Real Madrid should never had an away blue kit or an away purple kit that you've had. I like them kits,
No,
by the way.
blue and red, ever.
No, but
You'll
you've had
ever see it at Real Madrid.
You've had a blue away kit. You've had a red away kit. You've had a purple.
But the blue is in our batch. So, that's
fair
normal.
enough,
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, fair enough.
that's
Alessandro,
nice.
I think the best kits in Italy are the Venezia ones. The Venezia ones, they are out of this world, bro. I think they released one recently
The gondoleros.
on.
The
I don't
gondoleros.
actually
On
rate
the,
them that much.
yeah.
I think they should focus on actually doing well in football.
The
instead
blue
of
and white.
kits.
I like this.
I like the
new
gold
one.
one.
It's
There's
quality,
a new one,
man.
blue and white, like if you
Uh,
were on a gondola.
Yeah, that one I don't.
Yeah,
the third one.
That's
Yeah.
this one. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Really beautiful.
yeah. No,
Which
I think
one?
it's great. I think they do.
I don't
well.
like it.
By the way,
that
guys,
looks like
so if you
that's
wanna-
That looks
awful, man.
ridiculous to
Are you
me.
going to prison? It looks like something like like what they say that like the French. You know when they used to throw people
Blue
in
and white.
you used to have the stripes and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Mime.
yes, stripes, yes, exactly. Yeah.
Man, what the hell
It's
was
like
this?
the stripes they have in Foot Locker as well. The stuff.
Playing in the
If
80s.
you want to find if you want to find great football kits, guys, by the way, check the Very Review Shop website as well. And we will announce the winner of the giveaway after the show. Okay, just to wrap it up, boys, let's do a little score prediction for the main games of this week. So let's have a look quickly. We said the main one will be in the Premier League. It will be, let me have a look. Man United, Brighton, I'm predicting the standing and the last. I'd say, I think Brighton will win that one 2-1. 2-1 for me. What about you, Alessandro?
Wow.
Nah, I think United's got this one. to be honest.
United will win. Okay. I'm a bit cheeky, but Brighton is a tricky club to play. So I think, Cass, if Man United loses that one at home,
We don't lose at
protest,
home.
bro.
We don't lose at home. Go check the last time we lost at home.
I'm gonna start.
You need to steal the corner flag again, like you did last time. Like,
Go check the last time we lost at home. I'll wait in the league.
Well, we'll see.
yeah, true. You shouldn't lose that one actually.
We're winning this one too.
Um,
They got no Evan Ferguson, so instantly, look, Matoma, he's not having a great start to the season. Wan-Bissaka's there. I don't care.
mm,
Delo as well, Solly March. I'm not really. I think Solly March has got something to say, but Delo had a great game against Saka, so I got a bit more belief. Amrabat coming in and maybe what it is. Brian have looked good in some games. They haven't looked good in all the games. That Van Heck does not like to defend properly. Since they got rid of Colwell, I think that's their left hand side is somewhere to expose more than their right, in my opinion. So we'll see about that one. Anyways,
and by the look up the standings, Man City and West Ham being fourth, I think the Man City West Ham game will be a tough one. What would you say, Cass? Do you Man City will win one away in London?
I think it's a draw.
I think they will.
Okay. You think or you wish it's a draw?
No. I think it's a draw. West Ham, you can't deny the way West Ham have set up the play, and with the players they've got in, they've got the Moyes football type. I think it'll be hard. I think it's going to be tough for most teams that go to West Ham this season. I'll be very honest. They've created a very, very good team, especially any counter-attack type team. So any big team going there, expect to drop points at West Ham. If you can get there and get a win this time around, good luck.
Agreed. Let's go check the Serie A now. Victor, I want predictions for Juve Lazio and for Inter against AC Milan.
Lazio is getting it for me against Juventus, because Juventus is right now a little bit in a crisis. So? Lazio is playing really, really nice. And Inter Milan, I'm not sure about it. I would say, I'm sorry, Ale, I would say Inter because they're playing at home. But it's a really good match to see. I'm not sure about it. I would say Inter because they're at home, but not for anything else.
That's a very good point. Can I ask you something, Alessandro? Because you sharing the stadium, when you say you're playing at home, you have more seat allocation for Inter Milan than AC Milan.
Yeah, you get 75% of the stadium.
Is it 2/3, 1/3?
You get 75%.
Okay. So
Stu, there's a law in Italy. There's a law in Italy that didn't allow you to go to the stadium out of your region if you're rooting for your club and you're going out of your region to another region. You need to ask to the club, to the local club, for the tickets and get it. And if not, you need to always show your fan ID card, right, Alessandro, in order to get the tickets. So it's hard for a fan to go out to see their club.
I think for me, I'm going. I think I'll be happy with a draw. I think Tomori got suspended. He got sent off against Roma. Kalulu, who's suspended.
Ouch. We lost him.
We've only got Simon Kier. We've only got Simon Kier and Chow at the back. So, yeah, and no Giroud, possibly. And the way that they've got no injuries and they're playing on fire.
Victor, so by the way, Asensio is injured. Asensio is injured with because of the Spanish friendly
already.
Let's have a look at the main game in Europe. The main game in Europe next week, which is PSG against Nice.
I'm watching that.
You watch it? Are you going to watch it?
Yeah, I will have Leverkusen and Bayern Munich on one side, and I'll be watching you on the other one. So it's cool. And these are this
one. I think we should smash them, mate. I hate them as well.
This has got 5-0 written all over it. 5-0. I'm not even kidding. 5-0.
Hans Lille would be a nice match.
Yeah. Hans Lille will be.
Hans Lille will be a nice
an
match.
Interesting one.
Yeah.
Reims Brest and Lyon, bottom of the table. Can't believe that, mate. Lyon used to be big in Europe, and
they should have pushed
far away.
They should have pushed harder to go get Graham Potter, in my opinion. I thought that would have been a good matchup. But
it's been already 20 years since Lyon was a big club in Europe.
Been that 20 years nearly, isn't it? Really.
I like when you say this, bro. It's music to my ears.
Actually, I've got that old. I've got the old pink. Remember that the dark pinkish purple Lyon one that they used to wear. I've got the away kit. I think it's 09 or is it 11? I've got that kit. That's a nice kit.
It was in 2010, I think.
Yeah, I think he was playing up front with them again. Lisandro, what's his name? Lisandro. Oh, he was a bad boy striker.
No, it was. That was his name, Lisandro. The Argentinian.
Lisandro, yeah.
Lisandro Lopez, he was like, what a bad boy.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, Victor, Barcelona Betis.
FC Barcelona.
Have you seen Sergio Ramos crying when he signed for Sevilla?
Nice,
the presentation.
There's a still man around football business,
crying, tears.
He has refused millions and millions for going to Sevilla to play, man. So that's something
so
to,
it's his hometown anyway.
That proves what is Sergio Ramos. So that's nice to see him back to Sevilla. I don't like Sevilla, but I'm really happy to have Sergio Ramos back at Sevilla, coming back to their home, doing it almost for free, just 1 million on being paid, and he has refused offers from Besiktas like 27 million.
Saudi as well.
Was offering him 27 million years, 27 million a year, 27 million for 1 year at Besiktas.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot. So what is your prediction for Real Madrid, Real Sociedad? Easy win?
No, not easy win. Real Sociedad is always a problem for us, and it's a problem for all the teams they're facing. So maybe we get it 1-0 or 2-1 would be nice with a last minute goal of youth. Would be awesome. That's okay for me. Just winning it. But every year Real Sociedad is a real problem for us.
Barcelona, Betis, I think Barcelona will
easy win for Barcelona.
Did you not watch Barcelona Osasuna? That was garbage, man. I'm not a fan. I think I'm gonna be honest. I think Betis is a draw, and I think Sociedad beat Madrid.
But you said at the beginning you're not seeing La Liga, and you saw the match the other day.
Yeah, no,
FC Osasuna.
I didn't say it was a god. I didn't say it's to the point that I don't.
Or you saw the highlights on YouTube.
No, I watched it. I watched it. It was on ESPN. ESPN,
yeah. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I watch the highlights as well sometimes as well. So
no, it was.
But Barcelona is a bit boring it's boring to watch.
Yeah, man. It was the same time as PSG.
I agree.
I was like,
it's not so boring right now with Lamine Yamal. That guy, we didn't speak about him, and it's a funny player.
300 odd goals in like 200 odd games in his youth career. That's immense.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's a bit like the Victor. It's a bit like the youngster, the Turkish teenager that you signed as well. What's his name?
He's still injured. Yeah, he's still injured. He got a problem on the knee, so he'll be back by November maybe. So, but
he's a bowler.
Yeah, they say it's a bowler, exactly.
Fair enough, guys. Thank you again for joining. Much appreciated. Thanks to everyone in the chat as well. Again, don't forget to follow Aspiration London FanFest Live as well. Cass is also, along with our dear friend MCFC Daps, part of a collective of football fans called Never a Foul, covering a lot of content in regards to European football as well, not only the league. So give them a follow. Alessandro, part of the Inter Milan fan club, London. Actually, are you guys going to Newcastle as well? All of you?
Yeah, we'll book Dortmund, maybe PSG as well. We're doing as well, and then Newcastle in December.
We're waiting for you, man. We'll buy you Rio in Paris. Don't worry about that. And Victor as well. Used to work for Real Madrid, but he's no longer linked by a non-disclosure agreement. So now he can speak freely. So big up to Victor. We have I don't know, Cass is back. So yeah, let's catch up next week, same time as well. New format. We'll try to bring on a few fans on the show to share like unpopular opinions and debates. They're gonna say Kane is the shittest striker in the world, and then we'll have to debate this kind of shit. I like this kind of unpopular stuff. Big up to you guys, everyone, and hope to see you all next week. Have a good evening, lads.